right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Guided Primal Sutra Podcast,
Fair enough.
GPS. And today we're talking about a topic which is very interesting. It came up today randomly, uh, performative masculinity and the idea of where this kind of world is moving towards, right? Because this world is
Okay.
getting very polarized. Because the dark is getting darker, the light is getting lighter, and there seems to be a split happening, right? Oh,
Right.
so playback. Hold on. Yeah. Um, so on this topic, it's like I think performative masculinity is trying to fit in and gain approval and be admired, loved by others.
Okay.
However, authentic true masculinity has a purpose, right? From A to B. Uh, it's functional. It helps you in your survival. Whereas performative masculinity doesn't really help you. It sort of remains hidden, right? Your authentic self remains hidden or in the background.
Okay. Okay. So let's start with a few additions. How do we define a performative male versus a authentic male, a congruent male, etc.?
Right. So performative male would probably just act like a man rather than being a man.
Okay.
So he would show he has muscles, he has tattoos, he has the supercar, he has all of the traditional things that are like, okay, this is a masculine guy.
Right.
But then there's something missing. There's something lacking, and that is his facade, his mask that he's wearing, that he's showing the world. Look who I am. Look how cool I am. Look at my
Right.
cars. And
Right.
so that's still coming from a lack paradigm kind of in a way because it's still waiting for the approval of other men to say that you're a man, right?
Right.
So I think that's where one of the issues lies is in that. But what do you think, Ryan, in terms of because we really had to we're like in the dojo of authenticity as the Nexus told us. We're in the lab still, you know?
I
We
see.
still like we struggle everybody struggles with it, of course, but
So
um
I can only give two aspects of this. To two perspectives that I carry.
mhm,
One is theoretical, which fits what you're saying. The other would be my personal experience, which doesn't necessarily fit.
mhm,
The theoretical is as such that at some point you fake it till you make it, and you have to almost focus fake it, so to speak. It's like doing a focus drill. Like you're trying to understand the movements, you're trying to understand why when I do this, this happens. And those that stay stuck in, uh, the outcome dependency, so to speak, will never truly
right,
get that freedom that you can have when you truly find your authentic expression within the craft that you're practicing. So let's say the expression of masculinity. What would mine be? My expression of masculinity is pretty different from Sumit. I prefer the wrestle. Sumit would rather box. I don't want to get punched in the face. I want to choke a motherfucker, right?
right.
Sumit, d- I mean, you don't see it, but his triceps are fantastic. Not glazing the
Yeah.
bastard,
It's
but
covered up right now, yeah.
it's
That's
covered
true.
up, because we don't want to make Ellie angry. No, I'm joking.
Is she on here, by the way? Ellie, let me just check YouTube. Hold on.
Fair enough. Also, my apologies, chat, as the young say these days. I have a cold.
Okay. No, there's no one on YouTube I'm seeing. Okay, let's continue.
What must be that
So,
the time zone switch or something? Everything's going
yeah,
out of whack.
it is a time zone switch thing. That's for sure. I think it did happen quite recently. But yeah, this idea of performative masculinity versus conscious
True,
masculinity
true,
is
true,
very
true, true.
interesting.
I
So,
mean, um, to give an example, back in the day, and that's how we kind of got to know each other was through the Pigabars groups. And over time, We learned the things, we wanted to be like them, uh, at my best, it was definitely that weekend of having 20 instant dates, having fun, feeling like a king, and having a model as my girlfriend, and s- meanwhile studying spirituality, and it almost felt like I was being two people at the same time, two people that weren't aligned with each other, and that I was wondering, okay, who am I really? Am I this continuously seductive character, or is there more depth to what I am trying to reach? And at some point, uh, it almost became that I would rather be single and at peace than be in a relationship with some hot chick that doesn't appreciate what I do.
Yeah, or is unhealthy for you. So yeah, for sure.
Oh no, I really think she might have at some point cut me.
Mm,
I really think she would have tried to stab me.
mm,
Uh,
dang. Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Looking back, how easy it could have been based on her behavior, I'm like, I have a type, but that type doesn't need to be crazy. Anyway,
Yeah.
the point is, I didn't want to be so dependent on the validation of others.
Mhm.
I understand that. But what else is there? My own validation? That's a good next step. But what about doing things purely from passion, from discipline, because you
Yeah.
want to build something, create something? Doing it for the love of the game. That's what I want to do. That is
Yeah.
long term wise, in my opinion, of course, more valuable than the short term validation that I would get. Yeah, yeah.
Mm. So I think that, the real tragedy of modern masculinity is
Okay.
when men mistake performance for power, for actual power, uh, instead of presence, which can melt any storm, any situation, right? The mountain, the stoic mountain, which we kind of understood through, studying all these different philosophies and so forth. What are the most masculine, philosophies out there?
Sure.
Um, but I think it's the guy that doesn't need to prove, that needs nothing, that is consciously masculine because, um, in a certain sense, he knows he has a drive, he knows what he wants, but he's not attached to the outcome so much that he starts recalibrating his own world, right? He's when he says no, it means no. When he
Fair
says
enough.
yes, it means yes. So it's not like I'm gonna say yes, but I mean no. That's performative, right?
I understand,
So
but that's also incongruent. And the thing
incongruence,
is,
exactly. Yeah, that's the word.
people will figure you out. And the thing is, I've been in both positions, and I've learned I'd rather be me. It's- I was gonna mute myself for a second. It wasn't quick enough. Anyway, right? It's that slight
It's
panic where
11:11. Yeah, yeah.
God, it's that slight panic like, oh no, where's the mute button?
Oh
Shit.
man, I don't want to
Oh
hear.
man. It's like
I
a
don't want them to
sudden
hear
quick
my
time event.
sneeze. Yeah, yeah.
Nobody needs to hear me sneeze. Because you should think nothing is more honest than a sneeze because you're not gonna stop it.
Right,
Everybody
absolutely.
sees either you're trying to stop a sneeze or,
Yeah.
or trying to protect the audience from getting sneezed on or whatever. And you
Yeah,
know what's an annoying fucking feeling? When you're trying to sneeze and the sneeze just won't come, and you're like, what is with
yeah,
this?
it's a
I had it
paradox at
once today.
times,
But this
for sure.
directly relates to the literal topic right now is, man, isn't it so fucking annoying that you don't have the freedom to express yourself? The freedom to truly have that moment of, finally, fucking, finally
Yeah.
something clicks, finally. It's like finally hitting a 1-2 combination on the motherfucker. Like, pow, pow. Delicious. Here's the thing, I don't know how to box, but I sure as fuck remember the combination I learned, and for whatever fucking reason, I landed all the punches in some sequence, I suppose, like pop, 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 pop,
Mm,
and stinging step back with that karate kick style side kick, pop, pop.
mm.
I mean, only a few of them hit, but it was such a beautiful exchange in the moment. I was like, fuck, I remember how the move used my arms for striking again.
Yeah.
And
I
that was
think,
like a move. What's up?
one of the things I was wondering in terms of this is like we have to really protect our momentum. Like
Fair enough.
if we get some energy moving and there's like a groove, like community gathering, like everybody's lit, uh suddenly we have to maintain that momentum to get even more better, right? To raise the stakes in a certain way.
Fair
So I think
enough.
this is where conscious masculinity really comes into play, where
Well,
it's not about power over, but power through, if you get
well,
what I
about powering true indeed. But
mean.
there's a few things that are regularly connected with this. One, getting adequate rest, which apparently I need to get better at. Else, I'm gonna fucking crash.
Bro, life is hard, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's not easy breezy. We have to work hard through this shit at the same time remain conscious, spiritual, love and light
You
individuals,
know
right?
what's the fucking irony in all of this? Everything you just said is true, but then I'm hearing from the spirit, little spirit guys like, bro, you need to make time to rest. You can't keep soldiering on. You're gonna kill
Yeah,
yourself. I'm like, ah, fuck's sake. So now I'm being forced to just chill the fuck out while my mind is going like, fuck that, this isn't done. We have yet to do that. This still needs to be planned in. And it's just like, where is this all coming from? And is this
yeah.
too my way of performing, my way of showing value by fucking killing myself? If that is what it is, then this cannot stand because what about the energy that I need to reserve for my family, my
Right.
friends, the fun stuff? Why am I investing so much energy? Whereas let's oh, let's say it nicely, the other consultants are just kind of fucking around, making stupid mistakes.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that came up in our last channeling with birthday channeling with Uncle Makara
What's up?
was when you said the words "fuck it." I was re-listening to the recording today, and basically, when you say "fuck it," you're dropping the script, right? Of everything that you
Well,
clung to in a sense.
isn't that
So
how you drop the doctor scripts to become Uncle Makara?
totally,
Right,
yeah. And I stopped rehearsing my manhood. I just started being manly. Like I stopped, posturing myself to show,
right.
look how
It's
cool Scripps is
right,
with all these women, with all this stuff. Um,
right, right,
instead it just became like instead it just
right,
became like a natural way of just showing up to the world and starting to live. So
right. Yeah, because at some point it just became when we were with an organization, right? I didn't want to pretend anymore. I wanted
yeah,
to be my ideal for what it is, and see how my rubber meets the road, meets reality, and see what works, doesn't work, and find the truest expression of what it is. And
mm,
I don't believe that being performative is necessarily a bad thing. Because when you do something first and you mimic,
it's
right?
a part of the learning
It's
process
a
you're
part of a
saying.
learning
So yeah,
curve. But
yeah,
staying there becomes a toxicity because water that is stagnant rots. So
right.
besides the fact that you're wasting time, you're kind of killing yourself as well. And that's how the depression starts, etc. And then
Mm.
you have the negative spiral because the truth will always catch up to a lie.
Yeah, and truth burns like plasma. If you can't handle feedback, then karma gives it to you as fate. So
Yeah,
the more
yeah,
you can understand that value, and coming back to that topic of value, value is almost like I see it as a truth tolerance because it's an ability because every realm is going to test your vibration through contrast, through chaos. You got to find your own value, which is like the purity of your signal. I see it almost like uh, consciousness voltage or life force made practical or something like that. It's like
Right.
an amperage. Um, so how do we blend both of these together? I'm just thinking. So one is the materialist paradigm, right?
Right.
Which is like I need more car, status, clothes, things to make me more uh, attached to this world.
Right. It's the same thing what you would have when buying your first house. Whereas
Yeah.
rent, it's sometimes more expensive, but you can get rid of it easier. Whereas when you have to sell a house, now you need to first buy a house. Now you need to find some real estate guy to help sell you the bastard. And I'm just wondering. I'm
Right.
just wondering whether, and hopefully you do muscle test this, that my obsession these days with buying a house isn't just part of another entrapment in this ridiculous rat race.
Mm,
Right? Because one of the first things that some of the aunties ask you, oh, did he move out? Does he have his own
mm,
place? Does he have a
mm.
car file that we can check off the last one, etc. And it's like it's
Yeah.
almost like the
Like
Matrix.
adult milestones or some shit like that. It's like they're collecting points. Like, do you have the white picket fence yet? Like,
Yeah.
I think that, just like the
Huh?
whole idea that's coming up for me is to stop chasing the shiny things that the world calls valuable and creating actual value, which is much more long lasting. I think need creates distortion, right? Whereas if you're whole, if you're complete already, it's magnetic. Like
Right.
when you no longer
Because,
chase the validation, everything starts orbiting you. So
well, to
it's
give
like,
another example of this, what about vacation? You could have vacation right here, right now. You don't need to go to a tropical country necessarily. I mean,
right,
I like it. I like having the
right.
warmth on my skin, given the fact that we're entering winter time in Europe, and I just fucking hate the weather switch.
Yeah,
But vacation can be here in the moment. Right now, right here, right now. You can choose to calm your nerves and
right.
decide everything is okay. We don't need to perform. I don't need to make pictures around tropical islands and whatnot. I mean, it's great for the memories and the remembrance. But
Totally.
other than that, yeah, that's it. Maybe that's also the reason I don't post that much on IG and whatnot. Because
Mm.
I like being filmed when I'm in a moment, when I am not conscious of the camera, where I'm truly expressing myself. And then some magic happens and we manage to catch it on some wild
Mm,
shit, you know? It's like, wow, how the fuck did I fool it up? I don't fucking know, man. It's like an in the moment move.
yeah. It really depends because as a like an influencer, someone who does regularly post, it's almost like sometimes it feels forced, but other times, like when it's real, it's really good. When it's when it's authentic, it gets really good and a lot of views. Because I think a
Right,
lot of people are feeling your energetics rather than the words that are coming out of your mouth, right? So if you're
right,
feeling confident and you want to rip off your like freaking jacket like Superman, right? And you're
sure.
feeling it. Of course, it's going to be a very magnetic video. But the thing is, you also got to kind of lean into your vulnerability at times and also be like, I fucked up today or I did this wrong and not just posture myself on social media to only show the cool shit, right? So it's
Right.
like both worlds. It's like we have to kind of figure out a way for the zero leaks, the daily coherence, and maybe one act of beauty. And by that I mean maybe just like tidying a corner, polishing some random habit that we're working on, just doodling some shit. I don't know. It could be any different task
Right.
for somebody, but that's kind of what I'm thinking is like, am I leaking or am I leading? Right?
Fair enough.
Am I like holding the door open and being like, yo, guys, you can walk through. This is an amazing world. Or am I like, trying to posture myself with all these flashing lights in front of the door, like, come in, like big letters and fucking trying to, point to me. Whereas I'm just a mask, like so are you and anybody else. We're all just gods in training, where we're just wearing consciousness's face
Right.
through these different costumes. So we might as well double down on our authenticity even when it sucks, right? Like authenticity sucks, bro. You know what I mean? Everyone makes it out to be this fluffy, amazing, wonderful thing, right? Oh, I'm so
Because
authentic.
well,
No,
if
you're
you're
not.
here's the
If you're
thing,
authentic, you would
it
say,
it,
fuck it, you know?
well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Here's the thing. Choose your moments. Being too authentic in the wrong situation might get you killed.
That's true. Don't be too authentic either, right? Like, don't shit on the floor because you want to, right?
No,
That's authentic,
stay within the laws of the land. Don't get yourself in stupid trouble. Pick your moments. The point
right?
we're trying to make is, you know,
Mechanical instinct, this shit. It's not
yeah.
too much authenticity, it's not too much relevance. It's a blend of both.
Well, everything is a moment. Everything is a
Right.
moment. So choose your moments. Choose your
Well,
pockets
for the
where.
conscious masculine, everything is a moment.
Fair enough.
For the performative masculine, everything is a sale. Everything is a fucking
And that
agenda.
just has to be so fucking
It's
exhausting, man.
so exhausting, bro. That's exactly it. It's
God.
persona fatigue. That's what performative masculinity does. It's
Wow.
persona fatigue. Like your persona cracks because you're playing this image all the time. And that's what we
Right.
experience in the pickup world because we were like acting like our avatars, but we weren't blending it with our real selves enough.
Right.
And I think that was the missing piece almost, where we started to realize like we could be the priest and the beast and
Well said.
be in
Well
this
said.
boundless duality, right? So, yeah,
All
very
right.
interesting topic.
So
Yeah.
the end conclusion is thus, you know, do with this information as you will. Just be aware from which place you're acting from, and also given this the context in the situation you give yourself in. Keep yourself safe at all times, of course. But if you have a chance to truly be yourself, why not go ahead and give it a shot? You never know what can happen. You never know what can happen.
Your
In truly,
long-term self will thank you for it. That's the way
yeah,
I'm thinking of it. Because it's like, imagine your future self just like having the immense gratitude and thanking you for a decision that you made today, right? Like, that really inspires. And I don't think a lot of people tap into that, like, actual visceral feeling of the wish fulfilled.
I see.
Well, I'll sort of imagine it. Okay, I'm in a celebration, I'm in a party, I'm visualizing it, I'm sitting down meditating, but it doesn't make me get goosebumps. You know what I mean? It doesn't
Right,
make my skin light up. So I think value is remembering you are not the source, you are the conduit of source. Uh,
right. The medium of, right,
the medium, right? And so if you're like, I'm gonna take all the credit because I'm the man, you're some performative masculinity. But if you're
right,
like, I want humanity and masculine males and females to thrive and evolve. I'm in that Genesis consciousness. I want to create shit,
right.
right?
I remember
That's dope. That's like sunlight
because
masculinity.
didn't this movement grow because we gave a lot of shit away for free?
Totally.
Funny.
Yeah.
That being said, we're coming towards the last minute of this podcast. I hope all of you have enjoyed this. Please meet us in Sedona. We're there between, I believe, 5 December plus 2 weeks, I suppose. And anything else? Yeah, the outro. I hope that you can find the peace that you're looking for through the expression of your authentic self. I wish you the very best in life. May your life never be the same again. Good morning, good evening, good night.
Mm. And one last thing, just
Oh,
allow everything to be an expression of who you are and who you want to be.